Hello, welcome to the speaker card reading. Today the question is, what are his intention? So we've got 3 decks. We're going to pick cards from each deck. So we're going to shuffle together. Obviously you can skip this part, but I like to shuffle with you guys here so you see that everything is real. Okay, what are his intentions? Group number 1, what are his intention? Okay. And from this deck is the advice from the universe for you. You know what? We'll do this one later. We'll just pick the Monology card and the Classic Tarot. So, group number 2, what are his intention? Number 2, what are his intentions? Oh, you didn't see that. Group number 2, what are his intentions? Group number 3. What are his intention for group number 3? You didn't see that, but this is the way that I read the cards. I don't usually lay out cards and pick them. I'm doing it with this deck because this deck is not really talking to me right now, so I'm picking the cards. But usually with tarot cards, they just come up, and there it is. Right, so here we have group number 1, we have group number 2, and group number 3. Just gonna move these aside, and then I'm gonna have a look at number 3. Okay. Right. I think this person is coming from a situation where he probably there was a lot of fights in his previous relationships. There were probably, like, his previous relationship was something that it was a bit difficult for him. There was a lot of arguments, though it wasn't nice. You probably know about it, he probably talked to you about it, or you know, if it might appear to you that he's kind of rigid. You might be in a situation where you don't really understand what he's thinking or what is going on, and probably that's the reason why you're here today. But I think this is just a result of his previous experiences. He obviously doesn't want to repeat the same mistakes. He obviously had some bad experiences. He's been in a situation where probably had to give up something about himself, even his freedom in a way. And after that, he kind of had to, you know, almost like not finding himself again. But you see, this is the emperor. He kind of has to show this authority. He has to protect himself and say, like, stand his ground and say, like, no, this is who I am. That's not gonna happen again. I'm not gonna change. I'm not gonna do anything. I'm not gonna argue. He might seem to you like he's not really open for, you know, communication, or you find him very cryptic. You don't really understand what his agenda is, but this is just because of the result of his past relationship. This is not about you. He's just very guarded, really. But obviously I don't see bad intentions for him and from him. I really see that, you know, he really wants to come towards you. He really does want to offer you something. I don't know the age of this person, but there's a sort of duality in this person. It might be an older person with a very young spirit, or it might be a young person with an old spirit. But there's a sort of duality in this person. He's quite hard to read, I think. Definitely look at the bigger picture. So I think in this case, the best thing to do is just to try to consider his history and where he's coming from, and don't try to look into, you know, the little things, okay, for your bigger picture. Little things as in, like, don't get stuck in things that you don't understand or you perceive as bad, but look into little nice things that he might do, that you might not notice, like small things. When people are guarded, when people have suffered a lot in the past, they tend to go into the next relationship really guarded, and so whatever act of love they do, they tend to hide it in a way, or, you know, make it pass as they didn't really do it on purpose. But look at the bigger picture, and I'd say, you know, obviously be careful, not be careful, but, like, you know, don't throw yourself. Maybe just try to you know, be patient with him, but it doesn't have bad intentions. Now I'm gonna get the monology guidebook, because there might be another message from this card. I'm talking about a full moon in Sagittarius. So right, yeah, what this card is saying is that you might be thinking it too much about the details, or you know, this dilemma. So maybe, you know, maybe looking too much into small details can be counterproductive sometimes. So this card is a reminder that while it's good to think things through, sometimes you need to step back and look at the bigger picture. What do you see about your current situation? Because obviously you know that there's something going on, but it's not very clear to you. But think about, like, what's the most positive thought that you can have about these. So it's time to count your blessings in a way. Even if you don't know what you want out of these might be a blessing, or, you know, this card is just inviting you as well to not to think in always negative terms. Try to be positive and look at the positive things. That's what I was saying before. Sometimes people do nice things for us, but we don't notice. We tend to focus on the bad things, especially when it comes to relationship, when we're all guarded in a way. Also, what this card reminds you is that you need to take, sometimes you need to take risks. You need to take a few risks and go with the uncertainty of life, you know. But really try to keep an open mind about what's best for you. Sometimes you don't really know what's best for you, and the universe can surprise you. Just be confident, and from this card there's a question that comes through, and is, have you shown that you care? So if you haven't shown that you care, now is the time. He needs some signals too, okay? He's looking at you too. He's analyzing you too. So try to be communicative, try to be open-minded, try to be more, just go with it, see how it goes. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? It doesn't work out. Ooh, that's life. That's the risk if you want to be in a relationship. I know I'm making it easy, and I know it's not. I am the first one that, is really guarded and scared in relationships. Sorry, I'm sipping some coffee. By the way, I'm in London and in Broccoli, and there's this coffee place called Browns of Broccoli, which makes the best coffee ever. And I'm Italian, so it's really good. So if you're in London and you happen to go to Broccoli, which is in Zone 2, nobody knows about Broccoli, just go to the Browns of Broccoli. Great coffee. Bit expensive, but great. So let's see what the Work Your Light Oracle cards have to say about this situation. What's the advice for you in this situation? Right, there it is. Right. So, where are you being called to journey to in Rama? Right, this is a really nice card. Let's look it up. For the Work Your Light Oracle cards, I'm actually reading from the booklet because I just bought this deck. I haven't studied it fully, and the explanations are so long that I really don't want you to miss anything. So, let me see. Oh, I can't find. All right. Where is it? Where are you being called to journey to? I'm sorry, but I can't find it anywhere. Imrama. Ah, as an activation card. Number 98. Sorry about that. Right, so let's read it together. The Celtic word Imrama means a journey of the soul, a voyage on which we don't know where we are going, but our soul knows the way. If you pull this card, you're either being called on a soul journey or already on one. It could be to a physical ancient place or metaphoric. When we journey to places that our soul remembers, a shift takes place, both within us and to the planet as well. You're being called to journey to a place that is sacred to your soul. Perhaps it is the journey to the world's sacred sites, or called to cross the country, climb a mountain, lie on the desert floor, or drink from an ancient well. There are places to see and old friends to meet. I see spontaneous pilgrimages in your future. If a physical voyage is impossible, journey through the portal of your heart. Follow the invisible soul trail and be willing to explore. Maybe read a book or watch a movie about a sacred time or place. Or perhaps you are being called to study an ancient lineage or body of work. Whatever your circumstances, your soul is ready to journey deep. Okay, so this card is talking about a journey, okay? And we are talking about this person that you met. And this card is inviting you to take a journey, okay? What it's telling you is that in this journey, you need to be grounded in yourself. You need to do some work on yourself. But you need to go. Sometimes things are fated. Sometimes we need to go through things in order to achieve others. I'm not saying that these, I'm not saying anything about the outcome of these, because this is just a reading about his intentions. It's not about the outcome of this situation. But the universe is inviting you to take this journey. Okay? Right, so this is all for group number 1, and now we move on to group number 2. Ooh. Right, so wow, this person that you're inquiring about, sorry, I'm sipping my coffee. This person you're inquiring about, he's quite a special person. He's quite the man. He might be someone, he might be someone that had it all, or always managed to manifest what he wanted. He's a very powerful person. He definitely is a manifester, definitely. You might find him very charming, charismatic. At the situation, I don't know what's the relationship between you two is, but there is some work to do. He's definitely interested, but there's something that's, and I don't say holding him back, because he's not holding back at all, but something's kind of like, there's something about it. It might be you might be guarded. It might be you putting obstacles for him. It might be you testing him. And he's fighting back. He's really fighting back, and he's looking at you. So I don't think that the trouble that he's experiencing at the moment is an external trouble. I think this is you. You are testing him. But be careful with that. This is a really powerful person. He's really powerful, really positive, I'd say, and he does want to put the work in. He really does. He's committed. He's just seeing you. He's looking at you, and he really he's really out there to get you. Not to get you in a bad way, but to get you, meaning like he wants to be with you and he wants to put the work. But you have to surrender. This is a divine connection. This is something that was fated. This is something that's gifted to you. So you need to embrace it. You need to surrender to the divine. There are things that we just can't control. Don't keep pushing him away, because, you know, people can get tired of that. But yeah, really, just just go for it. He's looking at you. He's a very powerful person. So I don't see why you have to. I mean, I don't know what happened to you. I don't know what's your story. Obviously, you know, you might have your reasons for this. Maybe you weren't even looking for a relationship. Maybe you just wanted to live your life and be single for a while, and you know, maybe you're one of these person that you decided after a while that you weren't finding love, that's it, love doesn't exist, it's not for you, it's not probably meant to be for you, and you don't believe in it anymore. And then you've got this person, and he seems to be like so committed, so keen to you, that you're like, this is not possible. There must be a catch. There must be something that, you know, is not right. But, and again, just surrender to divine. This card, I'm using the booklet for this card because there's so much about it. It's talking about a point, a conclusion, like a turning point, where there's going to be a change, some sort of like emotional explosion, and this is you. You have to surrender to that. You need to let your emotions out. You need to express how you feel. Don't be scared of feeling love, you know, it's there. I mean, just go for it. I mean, that's the meaning of life, isn't it? To experience. You need to tune in into your emotions, and you need to listen to your emotions, because you're creating trouble for him, but even to yourself. You're not doing well, and that's why you're here looking for answers. Probably it is about something that you wished for so long. You wished for this, you asked for this long time ago, and you don't believe in it anymore. But it's there for you. You need to work for it. But the universe is on your side. This is a very positive card, okay? This is about wishing, like wishes coming true. You know, it's just breathe, stay calm. You need to, if there was someone in your past that hurt you really badly, you need to release this negative energy. You need to release it. You need to forgive this person. You need to let go of the past, to let this in, okay? His intentions are not bad. You asked for this. This is a manifestation of what you asked. Just release the negative energy. Now let's see what the Work Your Light Oracle cards have to say. What's the advice for group number 2? Advice for group number 2. What's the advice for this reading? For group number 2. Oh, I'm getting the chills. Right, this card says, trust your path. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? And this says it all. You're scared. You're really scared, but there's nothing to be scared about. Honestly, don't block him. He wants to put in the work. He knows that you are work, and he's willing to put it in, but you need to be willing to put it in too. Just surrender to it. This is a gift that the universe is giving you. Really trust your path. So we're going to read the advice from this card. Let's read it together. The universe is conspiring. Keep facing your true north. Your job is not to pave the path, but to simply keep facing your true north and take one step after another. If you do this, you can't go wrong. The universe is conspiring. Don't waver or doubt. Use your heart as a compass and put one foot in front of the other. If you follow the invisible trail of what lights you up, you will light up the world without even trying. Most people don't follow the highest call of their soul because they're waiting to see the end destination before they take the first step. If you take one baby step each day, within a year, you will have taken 365 steps in your dedicated direction. If you want to write a book, write a page every day. If you want to change careers, do one thing every day in dedication to that. Before you know it, in just a year from now, you will turn back and look in awe at how far you have journeyed. Keep moving and open yourself up to a whole new level of support and receiving. Things are not going to work out the way you were planning, but if you have a little faith and keep showing up, they will work out even better than you could possibly imagine. Don't micromanage the universe. Trust your path and let your soul lead the way. It's a very nice message. Honestly, one step at a time, okay? One step at a time. Don't try to control everything. Don't even try to think that you can control your emotions, because you can hide them, but you cannot control them, as in, make them disappear. So really, have faith and just go for it, okay? You're protected. Right. This is all for group number 2, and we're going to have a look at group number 3. Wow. Okay. This is someone that's there's a lot of abundance in here. This is someone that's it might be older than you. I have the feeling that you're already with this person, that you've been with this person already. This is someone, it's not like it's someone that's coming from the past. I think you are with this person. I think something might have happened with this person, and you don't know what his next move is going to be. You just want to be assured that he's there for you, and he is. There's not really much to say. There's a lot of love, and he's very grounded. He's very, he knows what he wants. He knows what he wants, and he's, something happened. He does love you. Something happened between you two. And I think these might have been your wrongdoings. I think you might have done something wrong to him. You wronged him in a way. Everything was fine, but like he feels like he's turning his back on you. He he does love you, and the basis for your relationship are there. You do have possibility, but you need to put in the work. He's expecting something from you. This is all I have to say about these. But let's read these time to give rather than take, and see if we can get some more information about this card and some more advice. So this is a new moon in Virgo, and when this card comes up, it's time for you to take stock of your situation. So you need to think about where you are and where you want to go. So the new moon energy of this card suggests a restart, and the Virgo energy suggests that you make the start, this restart, a clever one that's simple and well organized. So Virgo has a strong health aspect to it. So if you've been unwell, this card suggests that your health is on the up. And Virgo loves clean eating and alternative therapy, so add these into your routines now. However, if a situation is blocked at the moment, it could be that you're overanalyzing things or being too critical. So it's time to ask less what someone else can do for you, and to think more about what you can do for others. I mean, gradual improvements are coming, but it will be slow. But you need to change a little bit your attitude. You need to be of service to others. You need to give him something. He is a reliable person. He's very stable. He is there. But this is not about him. This is about you. But I hope this message is clear. But now let's see at the Work Your Light Oracle cards and see what your message is from this deck. Okay, Warrior Woman. You might be fighting a lot. Like, you might be very critical as a person. Like, you might have like the Virgo energy and be too overanalyzing and too critical, and you might just be a bit tired of that. Maybe he just wants you to let go. I don't know. But let's read these. Warrior Woman. Right. You are here for a reason. You are being called to bravely pave a path. Have you answered to your highest and deepest calling? Living a heart and soul-led life is not a fluffy and smooth sailing. Living a heart and soul-led life requires courage to triumph over fear. So often, our fears are the gatekeepers to our greatest gifts. And the more resistance we have toward answering a call, the more important it is to our soul's growth. Sometimes fear is an indication that we are facing the right way. Joan of Arc was known for her courage and her famous line, "I'm not afraid, I was born to do this." But the thing about courage is that it's not possible without fear. So if you're feeling afraid, what is needed is courage. And courage comes from living from the heart. Think of your fears as opportunities to expand, rather than things that are holding you hostage. If you look at your fears in this light, then, as uncomfortable as it might feel, it's actually a sign that you are on the right track. I think that maybe this thing that you did to him, it's not a thing, but maybe it's just a pattern of behavior that you have. You obviously are a warm-hearted woman, a person. You might be a man as well listening to these, like his or her situation, but this is a reading about his situation, and this can be man or woman. But you are a person with a warm heart. It's just that you don't give it to people. You might be lost into like sea, you know, like hidden behind this thing, like looking at him and seeing like, what's his next move? What's he gonna do now? You got a sword in your hands and you're just like, you're gonna stab him there. If he does something wrong, just chill, just relax, unwind. Really, this person does not have any bad intentions for you, but he might walk away if you don't show yourself, if you don't give him your heart, if you don't give him some warmth, if you don't put work in it. You gotta work for it. It's not just about what he can give to you, this is about what you can give to him as well. It's a two-way relationship, isn't it? Right, this is all for group number 3. I hope you enjoyed this reading and that I was of help. Thank you very much.